Hi, my name is Stephen Cox, and this is my case analysis for Southwest Airlines. First, we'll go over the external and internal environments of this organization and what is unique about this organization. This will include a pestle analysis. Next, we will be using the five forces model. We will identify Southwest Airlines' competitive environment. Next, we will discuss and describe Southwest Airlines' competitive strategy, which would be a low-cost strategy, a low-cost provider strategy. Next, we will go over a SWOT analysis, which will be strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of Southwest Airlines. And next, we will go over the financial health of Southwest and how their financials could possibly provide for opportunities for them to grow in the future. And lastly, we'll go over about 3 personal recommendations of mine that I think Southwest should do moving forward to continue to be successful. First, the external environments of Southwest Airlines. Southwest is, as well as everyone in the airline industry, is greatly affected by government regulations, and socioeconomic factors. The main socioeconomic factor would be the fluctuation in the price of oil, due to the fact that the highest portion of operational costs, about 40% for the average airline, goes directly to the price of fuel to fly the planes. Also, governmental regulations can cripple certain airlines. Southwest Airlines also has a pretty great internal environment. This has been a key to their success, their ability to continually satisfy not only customers, but their ability to satisfy their employees is industry leading. They pay their employees higher than a lot of other industry airlines, but we'll discuss that later on. Their efficiency within the ability to, they were the first airline to offer ticketless boarding with an app. And between that and their ability to be continually customer service centered, has allowed them to maintain an edge above and a niche in comparison to other airlines. Southwest Airlines also has a 4.5-star review with over 10,000 reviews on TripAdvisor.com, in comparison to other major airlines, and not only other major airlines, but other low-cost airlines such as Frontier or JetBlue. This is the highest star rating of all major contributor airlines. Going on, we have our pestle analysis, which would be the political, economic, social, technological, environmental, and legal analysis of Southwest Airlines. Their political and legal analysis, they were wrongfully, I don't know exactly which airline did this, but discussed in the book, under the Wright Amendment, Southwest Airlines was only allowed to have 7 direct flights to and from Dallas Love Field. This is pretty restricting due to the fact that Southwest Airlines is based in the Southwest, and this amendment was later repealed and is no longer in place as of the beginning of 2014. The economic analysis of Southwest Airlines. Many airlines have been greatly affected by rising oil prices. As of recent, in the last 2 years maybe, really just year and a half, oil prices have begun to come down significantly. But even during that time in which post initial economic recession, post 2008, and before just the recent past where oil prices have gone back down, Southwest was able to maintain consistent continual growth, which is really hard in the airline industry. So they have a really strong economic financial health. Southwest is continually committed to great customer service, and this has solidified them as an industry leader. They also have technological advances, as well as they were the first airline to offer ticketless boarding through an application, at least first major airline to do so. Although they have experienced some technological advances that have made the company more efficient, lowered costs, less paper with the paperless boarding, little things like that. Technology as a whole and the ability for telecommunications and other electronic communications between companies has lowered the amount of necessity for business travel. Initially, when the airlines were coming around post World War II, this was a major driving force for airlines was business travel, and it only grew until in the recent 20, 30 years as telecommunications have become more advanced, makes it less necessary for business travel, leaving only leisurely travel for airlines, which is not as consistent, especially seasonally, as business travel. Southwest Airlines still does use a good bit of Boeing aircraft, but over the past probably 50 to 60 years, they have been able to, according to the book, they've been able to lower their environmental impact by their airplanes. Next, we'll discuss Southwest Airlines' competitive environment. This is the five forces model of competition. Briefly look over these, but we'll discuss them more in depth on the next slide. First, you have market competition from rival sellers. Market competition in the airline industry is quite high. There are many other low-cost airlines, as well as many other airlines that are not low-cost that do have competing flights with Southwest. Due to the fact that Southwest has so many flights, they are not only in competition with other low-cost airlines, but really every other major airline. Southwest also has a moderate risk from the possibility of potential new entrants into the industry. They do have very large market competition, and it would be hard for any other airline to start offering as many flights as cheaply as they could. But there is still a moderate risk of the possibility of another airline possibly trying to switch to lower cost measures. The airline industry as a whole really has the least amount of risk in the area of the competition from producers of substitute products. The other substitute products already exist unless somebody just starts producing a transporter one day. The other possibility of taking a car or train is just nowhere near as efficient. The time spent traveling is much longer, and the cost effectiveness of getting halfway across the globe for not that much money in a plane compared to the hours and hours and days it would take to get in a car, cost-wise, a plane is bar none way better. Southwest does have their supplier does have a high bargaining power over them. Boeing is their main aircraft user. They pretty much only use Boeing aircrafts, and so Boeing has a lot of leverage over them as a supplier. Also, customers have a high amount of bargaining power due to the fact that there are many other options within the industry for low-cost air flights, as well as if some people willing to pay higher for direct flights where Southwest might not offer a direct flight there. Next, we'll talk about Southwest's competitive strategy. Southwest Airlines focuses on a low-cost provider strategy. This is a quote from the book. Southwest Airlines is clearly striving to be the industry's overall low-cost provider, is a powerful competitive approach in markets with many price-sensitive buyers. They also have been able to be successful in this low-cost arena by continually providing good customer service. Many times there are a lot of mistakes made at low-cost airlines, as well as low customer satisfaction within the industry, and Southwest has strayed away from that, and that has been a key to their niche and their ability to be successful. Next, we will discuss the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of Southwest Airlines. They have really good financial performance. This would be one of their biggest strengths. Their motivated and encouraged staff delivers the best possible experience to the customer. This has been one of their biggest strengths in their ability to deliver the highest customer service. Some of their weaknesses include the fact that they offer few international flights. They also lack a lot of technological advances within the operations of the company that lead to some errors that other major airlines that have invested in these technological advances do not experience. Southwest has a lot of opportunities. They have the ability to grow internationally. They have the ability to possibly expand and better their IT department to where they could have a more friendly online interface. They also don't have really many partnerships or alliances at the moment, so they could expand that within the airline industry. Southwest also faces a lot of threats. They face exposure to fluctuation in oil prices, terrible things like terrorism. Um, they also face continual rise in the cost of labor. Southwest Airlines really has great financial health. I mean, they continually posted growth in a time in which very few companies in the industry did post growth. And they consistently did so over an extended period of time through rough economic times. This is definitely key to their ability to raise capital in the future, to expand, as well as their ability to consistently grow moving forward and keep investors interested. Lastly, I'll go over a few suggestions I have for Southwest Airlines. I think they should really expand internationally. They offer few international flights, and their ability to offer low cost flights internationally could be greatly expanded if they just got outside the United States. Southwest Airlines could also majorly benefit from IT advancements. Internally, they could reduce error as well as offer a better interface to their customers, thus furthering customer satisfaction. I also think Southwest could benefit from many green initiatives. Southwest could attract a younger customer base and grow their already loyal customer base if they were to promote the fact that they offer recycling programs internally, as well as other things such as cost savings with more fuel efficient aircraft that are less harmful to the environment. I think all these things would add to a positive brand recognition. And here are my references. Thank you all for watching.